Let's start talking about an NFL team and getting them reset on our NFL team refresher. So far, we've only covered one team, and that was the Denver Broncos. We projected their season at 10-7 or 11-6. Real solid team overall. Quarterback's really going to be kind of the make it or break it, but we believe in Teddy Bridgewater. Defense should be real solid. Great playmakers all around them. We'll see how Melvin Gordon does, and we have this Broncos team decently solid here at 10-7 or 11-6. We'll give them a bonus point there, bonus win, and we may even give them one more, maybe even a 12-5, because like we said, if you have a tight end in Tight End University, we could bump you up one more win. So we're just kind of keeping track. We'll keep an order of just how we are feeling about teams. Denver Broncos are the first one on this list, so whichever team we do next, we'll always kind of be comparing them to the Denver Broncos a little bit, and then you know seeing if they should fall above or below, and that's what we'll do as we go through all these teams, just kind of seeing where they are fitting in comparison to the other teams in the league. So let's get the wheel up here. Do an NFL team every single day, random, just seeing what they did last season, what they bring in this season, who did they lose this offseason, how are we feeling about them, what do they got going on, and then we'll walk through their schedule and see how many wins, quality wins, winnable games that they have on the season schedule, and decide their overall outcome this year. So let's see who we're going to get here. Day 2 of our NFL team refresher here. Let's see what the next team up is. Here we go. Wheel is spinning, slowing down, and team number 2 is going to be the New Orleans Saints. All righty, folks. Well, to talk about the Saints, we got to talk about the big old elephant in the room. Who is going to be the starting quarterback? Jameis Winston or Taysum Hill? So the first thing that I want to do here is just look at what they did last season. Let's see if we can quickly bring up their passes. Well, we can bring up their stats too, because they both did get burned, a little bit of burn. Taysum Hill, a little bit more burn on the field than Jameis Winston. But I want to see what they were doing, what they were looking like, because when we were kind of watching them in the regular season, the last time we looked at them, we liked what we saw from Taysum Hill better than we saw what we saw from Jameis Winston, just in the purely what they did with the Saints. Yes, I love it, folks. Y'all know Jameis Winston has a special place in my heart for throwing that 5,000-yard season. I will take that to the grave. Jameis Winston will always be forever attached to takes by fans for throwing that 5,000-yard season. Love that. But what we saw from the Saints last year, we did like Taysum Hill. Am I saying that right? Why does it sound weird now? Taysum Hill. Yeah, that's all right. Taysum Hill. We'll see what Taysum Hill can do. I want to see just another refresher. Are we still feeling the same way? So let's get up their stats quickly, because we can look at it by the numbers, since they both did play last season. So Taysum Hill, get up Jameis Winston, and then we'll see if we can quickly bring up their highlights from this season as well, because I do want to see what they're looking like on the field. 2020 highlights. All right, perfect. Full 2020 season highlights were perfect. And so let's bring this up really quickly. Let's start with old Taysum Hill. Here we go, 2020 highlights. Let's kind of take a quick little look at the stats quickly. All righty. He started 8 games last season. Oh, that's rushing. All right, well, let's talk about passing, because you did get into some games here. Don't trip. Just worried about what he's doing in the passing game. You know, we know he's a quick runner, and we'll sure to see that on the tape. Jameis Winston is not a dual threat quarterback. When we talk about Taysum Hill, we kind of talk about him in kind of, the elite top 5 of dual threat. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Taysum Hill, Deshaun Watson, the top 6, the elite 6. I put him in there. I think he's got that great speed. But let's talk about passing for a second here. This season, 72% completion percentage on just 121 completions. Like you said, it's not a full year. He started 4 games at the quarterback position. Once again, solid work there. He went 3-1 during that 4-game stretch. He put up a 21-point game, a 21-point game, a 31-point game, and a 24-point game. So that's still real solid production right there from the quarterback, especially when you're kind of thrown in there. He was thrown in there week 12 through 14. So once again, thrown in mid-season, week 11 through 14. So once again, that's solid work out there, solid production offensively. So 72% completion percentage throughout this season. He did throw 4 touchdowns and 2 picks. Not the greatest. He had 2 games where he didn't throw a touchdown. That's not the greatest out there, but some solid work. Now let's see what Jameis Winston did this season as a quarterback. He played in 4 games. He didn't start any. I thought he started a game. Interesting. Didn't start a game, but he only threw 11 passes for 63% completion percentage in 75 yards. So we didn't get a lot of tape here from Jameis Winston, so we'll have to try to, analyze a short sample size, and we'll try to see what we see. But let's see what Taysum Hill is doing first here in the 2020 season, last season, when they needed him to come in. So here we go. He's catching the ball here. We don't care about that. Well, we can look at the speed real quick. Look at the speed real quickly here. Leaking out the side. Solid speed, solid speed. We like the speed. All right, here we go. First play at quarterback. It's a play action pass. Stands in the pocket, has great vision. Look at that. Look at this, folks. He can escape the pocket so well. This pressure's coming. He's keeping his eyes down the field, but he knows he just has to go out and take it. And he runs for about 15 yards, and he's able to get there quickly. Look at him kind of, we always like to kind of use this analogy, running under the temple door before it fully closes on you. The Indiana Jones, he's running. The door is closing, and he slides under there in safety. That's kind of like what Taysum Hill's doing here. 2 defenders converging, and he's able to slip through the middle of them before they converge and tackle him down, and he's able to kind of pick up an extra 3 yards because he's able to pick up that speed that he has so greatly. So that's great. Here we go. A flea flicker play. Here we go. It's wide open to Alvin Kamara. He puts it right on the money. Alvin Kamara does his thing and takes it down inside the 10. Here we go. This is still Drew Brees at quarterback, but he's given the ball here. Oh, no, this is Taysum Hill. Here we go. Taysum Hill now. Full game here. This is still early in the season, so he's still not the starter, but a gadget play out here. They run a little bit of a sweep. They run him off the right side, and the speed is there for the 10 yards for the touchdown. Fantastic. Here we go. Taysum Hill, not at quarterback, catching the ball here over the middle. And once again, I mean, he's just lined up, I think, in like the slot over here. Look at him. Look at him. Trips to the left. He's there. Does a nice little kind of, post route in the middle of the field, and he's going to go for the touchdown. This man's got it, folks. Now we're starting to get into some passing plays here. Here we go, facing the Bucs here. Passing the ball. Boom, right on the money. Right on the money to Jared Cook. Here we go, passing against the Bucs. Nope, that's Drew Brees. Damn, but he goes and catches it. 15 yards down the field. Finds the soft spot of the zone. So he's a great pass catcher. Fantastic. Is he passing here? Here we go. Now he's passing. Here we go. Pump fake, and then takes it. Oh, look at the speed. Oh, and he's got some hurdles. Oh, boy, jumped over somebody. The man is quick, folks. That's some quick-ass speed. He's got some great acceleration. Once again, helping the Saints team overall at the quarterback position when you have a dual-threat quarterback. Jameis Winston does not run, folks. He is not a running quarterback. We can look at his career rushing stats. He only has 1,000 career rushing yards, never rushing more than 281 yards in a season. Let's see what Taysum Hill has overall for rushing stats. We know he's just a gadget player, but we'll see how many he's got, just to put a number to it. This season, he had 457 rushing yards, so basically half than Jameis Winston does overall, and Jameis Winston's been a starter for five years in this league. And Taysum Hill did it year 1, or just in 1 season, did half of his production. So Jameis Winston's not a dual-threat quarterback, folks. All right, here we go. Handles the snap badly, recovers it, flicks it to a wide-open kind of tight end, and he goes for about 25-plus yards. Fantastic. All right, now let's start to get into the nitty-gritty here of him just fully being a quarterback passer. When was the first game that he started so we can get a week number? All right, week 11 against the Atlanta Falcons was his first game purely passing. So here we go. This is it. Here we go. Week 11. Here we go. Against the Falcons. Here we go. Now just a strict passer. Let's see what we got. Going deep. Look at the arm strength. This one was underthrown, but we have to count the yards. Throwing it from his own 35-yard line, getting it all the way down to the 15. So 15 plus 35, that's 50 yards. That's real good. But that seems to be his max so far, since this one was way underthrown and the receiver had to really kind of play back towards this ball. It was a completion. We'll give him credit, and we'll give him credit for a 50-yard arm. Jameis Winston, I believe, can probably go for 55. So maybe a little bit of a leg up for Jameis Winston just in the pure deep ball ability. But we'll see if Taysum Hill can go bigger than 50. All right, here we go. Another passing play here. Right there. Look at it. Fit it right in the spot. Bingo, bango. Hit him on the comeback route. Great job right there. Picks up the first down. No pass, no chance at an incompletion. No chance at an interception. Here we go on the goal line. And once again, 4th and goal. This is why you have him as a starter, because there's just so much you have to cover with him, because he's just a great athlete. Here we go. Stepping up in the pocket. That's a little bit of a dangerous throw here. A little bit of a dangerous throw right there. But it's a completion right there, so you give him credit. Can't really tell 100% if that was still eligible to be kind of an interception, but it's a completion, so we got to give him credit. Here we go on the play action. Standing tall in the pocket, looking to run, keeps his eyes downfield, and then he decides to run off for it. And then once again, just that speed, that acceleration. Folks, he's able to beat these 3 defenders, and he's only got kind of like 3 yards to the left and like 2 yards to the right of him. So he's kind of boxed in, but he still has that sheer speed to beat everybody to the corner for the touchdown. So once again, what he can bring to this team at the quarterback, that great dual threat ability, it's fantastic. Here we go against the Broncos on the goal line. It's just a sheer speed out by Taysum Hill, and that's too easy. That's too easy. What are we doing? Denver, did y'all not watch tape on this man? The man is quick. Here we go. Next play, back in the red zone. And what does he do? Just quarterback keeper. Bingo, bango, barely touched. Broncos, y'all got burned twice on the same play. What are you doing? Y'all are getting blown out now, 14-0, because you're not watching tape on Taysum Hill. Here we go. Good throw right over the middle there. The ball velocity, I will say, is looking a little flimsy out there, just a tad. I mean, we have to try, break it down as much as we can, and it does look a little flimsy out there. It looks like it definitely could be a little bit more speed on that ball, but hey, he wasn't expecting to be the starter here this season. Got thrown in late in the year. Now he's got a full training camp under him at the quarterback position. Maybe he can put a little bit more zip on the ball. But here we go, back to the running game. Broncos, he's absolutely eating them up. That's a 15-yard run here. Here we go. We get another pass play. They're absolutely killing them, 24-3. Here we go, Taysum Hill. Oh, my God, what a great back shoulder throw, folks, right here. It got there quick. This is a great ball. That's great. Maybe the velocity is not an option, or not a question mark here. Maybe it is not flimsy. All right, game 2 against the Falcons here. Running out to the right. Falcons never learned the first time. He stays on the sideline, and look at all that. That's 30-plus yards, folks. Absolutely speed. That's so much speed on this man. Jeez. I'm telling y'all got to respect this man as a dual threat, like that kind of elite 5 that we rattled off earlier. Bingo, bango, wide open. He puts it right on the money. Right here, this one's going to be wide open, puts it right on the money, makes the right read. He feels comfortable in the pocket. He knows when he needs to run. He knows when he has to, or when he can throw it. He knows when he should run it. He knows when he should throw it. I think he makes all the right throws. And here we go, right tight on the sideline on 3rd and 17. And he goes and puts it right on the money. Gets the ball there before the defender knocks down Michael Thomas out of bounds. A 3rd and 17, and he goes and completes the ball. Fantastic. Here we go. Look at this one over the middle of the field, and look at all these defenders reach to try to bat this ball down, and it still gets above him, and he puts it right on the money that it drops right after those linebackers and puts it right on the money to the receiver for the first down. It's fantastic out here. Here we go, back in the red zone against the Falcons, and boom, makes a tight throw, but it's there for Jared Cook over the middle of the field. Bingo, bango, running into a double team coverage, and he puts it exactly where it needs to be. Here we go, another play. Oh, bango, bango, trusting your receivers, puts it right on Michael Thomas. He goes and gets it, tight coverage on him. Over the middle of the field, wide open, puts it on him perfectly. Here we go against the Eagles. Real solidly open right here. Kind of triangled. Michael Thomas is kind of triangled in defenders, and he puts it right on the money for a completion. I'm loving what we're seeing from this man, folks. I think he can make all the throws. Look at this one over the middle of the field. This one's to Emmanuel Sanders. Boom. Boom. 20 yards. Here we go. Taysum Hill speeding out to the right, gearing up to throw. Boom. Touchdown. This one's about 45 yards. And I do want to say the arm strength does seem to be a little weak. It does seem like you could have kind of led this man a little bit more in the end zone. But at the end of the day, this is a perfect throw still. So I do think we can maybe max out his arm at 50 yards. Really want to see like a 55-yard 60. But it's still real solid production out here from Taysum Hill. Once again, perfect throw right there. It is kind of decently wide open, but he puts it right on him. Here we go. Little underthrown here as well. Has to work on that a little bit. But it still gets to the receiver. You give him credit. Let's count the yards on this one. Nowhere near 50, but he throws it from the 40. Gets it all the way down to the 20. Solid work there. Solid work. It's about 40 yards right there. So solid work. Here we go in the red zone. Down 10. What can he do here? Can he be a little clutch? Boom. Throws up like a 50-50 ball to the tight end, trusting your receivers, and he does that. Y'all know I'm big on trusting your receivers, so I'm just loving what we're seeing from Taysum Hill in the passing game. I truly think the man can get it done. But let's compare it to what Jameis Winston was doing here. Only like 11 passes. Obviously, nothing big, no big sample size to go off of. But let's see what we can get. Every single play versus the 49ers week 10. Is that this season? Let me double check before we start watching it. All right, game logs. Here we go. San Francisco week 10. All right, he had 6 passes this game. Or 6 completions, 10 attempts, so he only really played this game. So we have every single play from him this game. So let's see what he's looking like. Now, the one thing, I don't want to call it, it could turn into a red flag. This is the one pre-red flag that I have on Jameis Winston is this man going to be a little timid throwing the ball because of his interception history? This man knows he cannot throw interceptions, so is he a little timid with the ball? Is he going always with the check down? Does he not want to let it rip because he knows as soon as that first interception is here, there's no kind of, plugging the floodgates of the media, comparing it to that 30 for 30 season that he had that really just kind of, ruined his career a little bit. It could have been celebrated, 5,000 yards, 30-plus touchdowns, but the 30 interceptions just ruined the season overall. So let's see if we can see some hesitancy during these plays here, because at the end of the day, Taysum Hill played 4 games last year. Jameis Winston only played 1. So, little interesting there. Why does Sean Payton do that? But let's see what Jameis Winston is looking like here. Week 10 against the 49ers. Here we go. Just a simple check down right here. Swings it to the running back in the backfield. This seemed to be like a designed play. All the receivers went out to go blocking, so we're not going to penalize Jameis Winston. I mean, can you look at Alvin Kamara? He took this 0-yard gain and turned it into a 10-yard first down. I mean, can we give him credit for that? Potentially flag for holding offensively, but I mean, you take away the flag, this is a 15-yard gain when it should have been blown up in the backfield. Alvin Kamara is absolutely great. We know this. All right, Jameis Winston, pass number 2 out here. Once again, a nice little check down to a wide receiver in the flats. Anything open, nothing. It's a quick hitter in the block set up for the first down. All righty, Jameis Winston, play number 2. Taysum Hill is lined up in the backfield. Interesting that, is he just out on the field? I don't see where Jameis Winston is, but they got this play up here. That's not him. All right, here we go. Jameis Winston back in the backfield now. They're down. No, they're up 7-0. But here we go. Another check down right here. You've got this one. Look at right here in the flat. This one's wide open. This receiver is wide open. Jameis Winston is looking to the left for Alvin Kamara. Once again, Alvin Kamara is the best safety blanket. If I was kind of a hesitant quarterback, I'd be going to Alvin Kamara every single play. And he's been to Alvin Kamara twice. One on a setup play and one just on a check down when another receiver was pretty much wide open. And you probably could have gotten a lot more yards than that. All right, Taysum Hill back in the game, so we can skip this. Come on, bring Jameis back out. All right, here we go. This is Jameis back, play action pass, and then once again check down to Alvin Kamara. And it picks up about 20 yards, which is great, but once again, it's another check down. Want to see you air it out a little bit. It's great that you're going to your playmakers, Alvin Kamara. I get it, but at the end of the day, we still want to see you take some shots and get it down the field to your actual playmaking deep threat wide receivers, because that's how you score the ball. That's how you score points. Here we go, another Jameis Winston play right here. Goes to Alvin Kamara again, folks. Again, is there anything open at the time of the throw? No. So he makes a solid read right here. But once again, going to the safety blanket, Alvin Kamara. Oh, no, this is Michael Thomas. I'm bugging then. This is a good play then. Going to your great wide receiver, trusting your wide receiver right there, Michael Thomas. Fantastic. All right, that is a good play. I apologize. All right, Jameis Winston, another play right here. Hitting a nice little wheel route. This time to Alvin Kamara. And it got completed. That's a good ball right here. This is a good throw. Nice little wheel route. Nothing else seemed to be wide open. This man in the middle of the field was solid. And a solid option. Would have picked up the first down as well. But this wheel route's pretty solid as well. We'll give him credit. Good throw there. All right, Jameis Winston in the red zone. Let's see how he does. Play action pass, and he gets brought down by a sack. The 49ers brought pressure instantly, and by the time the pressure got there, really nothing was open. So we can't blame Jameis Winston for this one. But once again, Jameis Winston, not a dual threat in the red zone. The defense is kind of free to bring up pressure up the middle. Hand it off. We're going to stuff you at the line, and if you pass it, we're going to knock you down for a sack. So doesn't bring that dual threat ability. Here we go, back in the red zone, 2nd and goal from the 10. And once again, gets brought down, holds onto the ball a little bit too long here. Tries to step up in the pocket. Once again, nothing truly open. And he tries to do a little bit too much. And he goes down for a sack. Let's watch it one more time from this angle. You had kind of Alvin Kamara in the flats, but he never took it. Unfortunate. Here we go, 3rd and goal. It's a wide receiver screen. And it only goes for about 3 yards. Now let's judge the pass here. Very, very low. Receiver has to kind of come back to it a little bit. It probably would not have been a first down anyway, even if you do throw it perfectly. All right, but they get bailed out by a penalty, so now Jameis Winston back to 2nd and goal out here. Let's see, can he finally get it done here in the red zone and kind of ice this game a little bit? Here we go, Jameis Winston tries to do a little bit of a pass here, and look at this one. This one was thrown with a lot of kind of, precision and velocity behind it, just judging his arm motions based on all the other arm motions that we got, and he kind of throws this one with a lot of confidence, and it's way incomplete. It's way over Michael Thomas's head. And it's way too much outside when he needed to be a little bit more inside on the finesse. So Michael Thomas, we know he's a great wide receiver, and you're overthrowing him a little bit. Not great. Jameis Winston back to 3rd and goal. Come on, Jameis. Throw a touchdown here, baby. Let's get it going. Got to capitalize in the red zone here. You can't dink and dunk in the red zone. And here we go. A bad little fade right here. Miscommunication. He throws it way too high, way too outside where Michael Thomas was. So what is that communication on? Jameis Winston not putting the ball on the money. Not great. We can watch this one more time here. Great angle. We'll get a great look at this ball. Yeah, just way too much outside and high. So miscommunication there, and they have to settle for a field goal there. Unfortunate. Jameis Winston not getting it done in the red zone. Hate to see it. All right, Jameis Winston back at it. Play action pass. And almost picked. He tried to fit this one in. And look at this bad read. This is triple covered in the middle of the field. And Jameis Winston, lucky he didn't throw a pick here. Not great. I truly think Taysum Hill is just the better passer, the better decision maker. He can hit all the throws. I'm a little nervous every time Jameis Winston is back there in the backfield. Do you bring pressure? He gets a little crazy right here. Here we go. This one, he's escaping the pocket, and this is still a pretty solid ball. Ends up falling harmlessly incomplete, and no chance at an interception. Decent chance at maybe a spectacular catch. It's still real hard, real better chance at an incomplete here. But still, Jameis Winston on the run. Let's see this play pass one more time. Oh, yeah, that's nowhere near it. Never mind. Never mind on that. Nowhere near the wide receiver. Nowhere near anybody on that play, on that pass. Way low. No, non-catchable. 0% catch percentage for anybody, offense or defense. So I'm not buying into Jameis Winston, folks. I cannot buy into Jameis Winston as a starter here. And I think with a full camp under his belt, I think Taysum Hill truly wins the starting job here. So as we progress here, we are going to have to kind of cut it short today. We'll revisit the Saints tomorrow. This will be the part 1. We'll have a part 2 tomorrow, finishing everything else up. The receivers, the draft, what did they lose the offseason? We have to talk about Michael Thomas being out for the first 7 games, so that's going to affect them in their schedule of the first 6 games. He's back week 7 after the bye, whatever that is. So we will be back tomorrow for part 2 to wrap it all up, but a good kind of structure. We are going to kind of be going with Taysom Hill as the starting quarterback for the rest of our kind of reset and doing their schedule with Taysom Hill being the main guy. Can't get behind Jameis Winston, and I'm not knocking Jameis Winston. I don't want to knock him because that season of 5,000 yards, I want to get the correct season. I want to say 2019, 5,000 yards, 60% completion percentage. I love all of that. But I don't think I can get behind Jameis Winston, and we also have to see how we also don't really see anything that he's learned from Drew Brees. We haven't had him have like a breakdown speech. I want to see how his kind of pregame speech is, learning from Drew Brees, his passing game learning from Drew Brees. I mean, this was 10 weeks into the year, learning under Drew Brees, picking Drew Brees' brain, and it still wasn't that good, wasn't that great. Now, we will give Jameis Winston a little bit of the benefit of the doubt that, you were thrown in here. You only had 1 week. It was all this. So, Taysom Hill had 4 games, and he threw 0 touchdown passes his first game and his second game. Got it going third and fourth game, throwing 2 touchdowns each game there. So that's great. So we will give Jameis Winston a little bit of a free pass right there, a little bit of silver lining. But at the end of the day, I still think I'm going with Taysum Hill over Jameis Winston. The dual threat ability, making those deep throws, keeping the defense off guard because you have to respect the run as well as you respect the pass. And with the defense here, you pressure Jameis Winston, he's going to make some critical mistakes. We just saw him almost throw a pick right there. We saw him struggling in the red zone. The man can't get it done, as the field shrinks. So maybe he learned better from Drew Brees as the season progressed after week 10. Maybe he got it done. Maybe he's looking real good in training camp early on, but I'm going with Taysom Hill over Jameis Winston. Did they end up winning this game as well? Let's double check that. Did they win this week 10 game against the 49ers? They did. Congratulations. Jameis Winston gets a win in his start. You love to see it. Or he didn't even start this game. He just played 10 snaps, so didn't throw a touchdown though. Unfortunate. Alrighty, so that's going to do it for us today. We will be back finishing up the Saints and probably getting started on another team. But thanks for tuning in.